Good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. It is exactly 1 p.m. Time for us to inform you on matters concerning the nation, right from politics all the way to matters county, right here on Younib TV News at 1. And among our top stories today, President William Ruto has cautioned that the United Nations may risk becoming relevant unless it implements urgent reforms to align with today's global reality. Stay with us for this and more, but first things first, let's take a look at the headlines.
I can tell you what I've seen on the table ni kwamba Raila Odinga ameniandikia barua, a very nice letter. My dear brother, as a founder member of ODM, all right, ninakualika kwa shughuli. There will even be a dinner event on the 10th, and unfortunately I'm going to reply nimwambie on the 10th we will have the National Delegates Congress of Wiper Patriotic Front.
You cannot claim to be the United Nations while disregarding the voice of 54 nations. It is not possible. Africa is no longer willing to wait on the margins of global governance while decisions about peace, security, and development are made without our understanding, without our perspectives, and without our voice.
Wamama wale wakongwe ambao wamepitia mambo mengi na wako na maarifa na wako na ujuzi wa familia. Kwa hivyo ninawaomba hii familia ambayo wanaungana wadogo, tunawaomba na wasihi, ikiwa familia kuna changamoto, tafadhali tafuta mama mkongwe muongee, amepitia mambo mengi. Hizo changamoto wewe unapitia kwa familia zimepitiwa na wengine wameshinda.
Welcome, my name is Rachael Akinyi. Now, onto our first story. President William Ruto has cautioned that the United Nations may risk becoming irrelevant unless it implements urgent reforms to align with today's global realities. During his address at the 80th General Assembly in New York, he described Africa's exclusion from the Security Council as unjust and unsustainable, insisting on the necessity of at least 2 permanent seats with full rights, including the right to veto.
Is the United Nations relevant to the demands of our time? Can it continue to serve humanity in the face of current realities? Or has it become a relic of a bygone era? You cannot claim to be the United Nations while disregarding the voice of 54 nations. It is not possible. Africa is no longer willing to wait on the margins of global governance while decisions about peace, security, and development are made without our understanding, without our perspectives, and without our voice. Africa deserves, ladies and gentlemen, at the very least, 2 permanent seats with full rights, including the right to veto, and 2 additional non-permanent seats on the United Nations Security Council. That is why we call on the global community to unlock the US $300 billion agreed at Baku and to accelerate negotiations towards the new 1.3 trillion goal under the Baku-Belém roadmap. For instance, during the IMF's recent allocation of special drawing rights, 64% went to wealthy nations. Just imagine, 64%. With little need for liquidity support. They didn't need the money anyway, but they got 64%. While the poorer countries received just 2.4%. What a disconnect. That the current global financial architecture punishes poor countries with high interest rates and enormous conditionalities while rewarding rich nations with lower interest rates and softer lending rates. If so much could be achieved with limited resources and stretched personnel within just 15 months, what more could have been accomplished if the United Nations fraternity had truly acted together in solidarity with the people of Haiti? From this podium, I wish to assure all partners and actors that with the right personnel, adequate resources, appropriate equipment, and necessary logistics, Haiti's security can be restored.
Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has categorically rejected reports suggesting that he's in discussion with President William Ruto regarding a potential political partnership in advance of the 2027 election. While addressing journalists at the Wiper headquarters in Karen during the issuance of certificates to party aspirants for the forthcoming by-elections, Kalonzo Musyoka characterized those disseminating such will not consider. The party leader emphasized that this organization is dedicated to fortifying its foundation and gearing up for the upcoming contest on its own terms.
I can tell you what I've seen on the table ni kwamba Raila Odinga ameniandikia barua, a very nice letter. My dear brother, as a founder member of ODM, all right, ninakualika kwa shughuli. There will even be a dinner event on the 10th. And unfortunately, I'm going to reply nimwambie on the 10th, we will have the National Delegates Congress of Wiper Patriotic Front. Kwa hivyo mimi sitafika huko. I wish them well. I wish them well. I gather William Ruto will also be invited as a founder member, but I will not be there. Mheshimiwa Kioni said he's not expecting other national leaders to come. They are doing it as a Jubilee event, because last time we attended the Jubilee NDC at the Jockey Club, which was chaired by former President Uhuru Kenyatta, the matter went up to court, and in their pleadings, they were told they invited strangers. So we're in a category of strangers. Let them first of all sort their things, but I shall attend also NDC, our sister, Mother Karua. Wiper!
Komboa Kenya!
Komboa Kenya!
One.
Now, Security Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has ordered Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja to take action against those who mocked the national flag last weekend. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja said that the police are already looking for the people involved, while the Somali embassy in Kenya, led by Ambassador Jibril Ibrahim, has apologized for the incident.
Hatutakubali mtu yoyote iwe Mkenya ama mgeni kucheza na uhuru wetu na our symbols of national unity, including our national flag. Ama mnataka wageni wachezee bendera yetu, hatu wanakanyaka na kuchoma na kuchezea. That is a flag that was worn by sweat and blood, and we will not allow anybody to discredit it. Kenya is a privilege, and when you play around with our national instruments of national unity, you lose the privilege to live in our country.
Director of Directorate of Criminal Investigation is under direct instructions from the Inspector General, none other than Douglas Kanja Kirocho, that he must move with speed and efficiency and ensure that that man is arrested and taken before a court of law. Alafu koti zetu sifanye kazi yao. Bendera yetu lazima.
Now into a very sad story. A post-mortem examination carried out on the domestic worker who passed away under mysterious circumstances in the Kilimani area has revealed that she died from multiple organ injuries resulting from blunt force trauma. A video has surfaced showing Zaitun Kavaya climbing from a balcony of an apartment before falling from the 5th floor. Her death has ignited outrage, with domestic workers staging demonstrations to demand justice. 4 suspects arrested in connection with Kavaya's death were presented in court and have been remanded until the 1st of October.
Na tunasikia leo wanasema ya kwamba aliiba 5,000. Kwa hiyo mtu akiiba anafaa kuuliwa.
Tukaandamana, tukafika mpaka hapa City Mortuary. Tulipofika tukadhibitisha ni mwili wa marehemu mamangu, na ilikuwa imevunjika kila mahali.
Wakati mwili imechukuliwa, imefanywa postmortem, kwa nini hawakushirikisha advocate wa familia kwa hiyo postmortem? Kwa hivyo tuna demand ya kwamba independent postmortem ingine ifanywe.
Serikali isimame imara, isikubalie watu wa nje kuja katika nchi yetu. Pia wanaangamiza watoto wetu wenye ambao wanatafutia kwa nchi yao, tena wanaangamiza watoto wetu ambao wameenda kutafutia kwa nchi zao za nje.
We will be taking a short break right here at Younib TV News at 1. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, the Orthodox tea trading window has been initiated at the Mombasa tea auction. Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe states that this initiative will enhance the production and export of specialty. According to Kagwe, the initial shipment of over 90,000 kilos of Orthodox tea marks the beginning of numerous deliveries that will enable farmers to obtain better prices, encouraging them to boost production to meet the increasing global demand for specialty.
But achievable, I believe, to grow installed Orthodox capacity from 15 million kilos in 2024 to 200 million kilos by 2030. Our teas are high altitude grown, naturally, chemical-free, and rich in aroma, giving them a strong competitive edge in organic and specialty markets. These are some of the advantages that we should highlight when we talk about our teas. Our mission is to raise the total tea earnings to Kenya shillings 270 billion by next year. Orthodox teas are a vital root.
Migori Deputy Governor Joseph Mahiri is facing a potential censure motion as MCAs have accused him of various misconducts. These accusations come from Itagare Ward MCA Moses Magwe, who also seeks an investigation into the governor for the alleged misuse of resources intended for peace building in Kuria.
Among the top positions ambazo zimeandikwa kwa county government during this regime, sub-county ya Mabera imepata nafasi moja. Sub-county ya Kuria West yenye yeye anatoka imepata 7 positions. These other 2 zenye zimebaki ziko na 4-4. What that one tells you? It tells you ya kwamba there is favoritism. Anasimama kwa mkutano ambaye ako na governor, akieleza governor ya kwamba hiyo barabara asikubali limwe. Kwa sababu akasema yeye ndiye secretary wa governor, akatuambia miradi zote ambazo zinapitishwa yeye anazijua kwa sababu yeye ndiye huwa anaandikia secretary, na akamuomba ya kwamba hiyo barabara isilimwe.
Murang'a County are calling for a unified approach to address mental health issues in light of a tragic event that occurred in Karirau village, Muguru Ward, where a mother fatally stabbed 2 of her children, leaving a third in critical condition. During their visit to the grieving family, Murang'a Women Representative Betty Maina and Kangema MP Peter Kihungu emphasized the importance of prioritizing mental health support at both household and community levels.
Kuna wamama wale wakongwe ambao wamepitia mambo mengi na wako na maarifa na wako na ujuzi wa familia. Kwa hivyo ninawaomba hii familia ambayo wanaungana wadogo, tunawaomba na wasihi, ikiwa familia kuna changamoto, tafadhali tafuta mama mkongwe muongee, amepitia mambo mengi. Hizo changamoto wewe unapitia kwa familia zimepitiwa na wengine wameshinda, wengine wametomboa. Kwa hivyo tunawaomba ongea, kama slogan ile ya vijana Gen Z wanasema ongea ikutoke.
My call is to have a collaboration between the national government, the county government, the clergy and the members of the public to know that violence against your wife, against your husband or against your children is not any form of eradicating conflict or any form of resolving conflict in our family. It is very painful that children have lost their lives juu ya mashida ya familia. Na ndoa juu pia sisi tumeolewa ni kuongeleshana na kusikizana, na hakuna ndoa haina matatizo.
Jambo ambalo tungesema ni ya kwamba sisi kama vijana ambao tuko na familia ndogo tuweze tu kukua na ile hali ya kuongea, hali ya kuvumilia, hali ya kuvumiliana na tuelewe jambo la kuchukua hatua kama ya mauaji, watu wakuwe restrain, kwa sababu wakati unafikia kufanya hiyo kitendo saa ingine kwa wakati hiyo huwezi sikia uchungu yake, lakini kwa wakati huu najua huyo mzazi mwenye alifanya hiyo kitendo saa hii akili yake imeamka.
And that is all we had lined up for you this afternoon. But not to worry, because our own Jesicah Adiang will be bringing us more stories on our 9 p.m. bulletin tonight. It was a pleasure spending my part of the afternoon with you. My name is Rachael Akinyi. Have a lovely afternoon.